So there's a lot of talk that I've been listening to and hearing and reading about at the moment about this. Should we use the line on the golf ball when they're putting? Now personally, I'm an advocate of it because I do it myself. I've done it for the last 8 years, and that's probably why I'm slightly biased, because one of the arguments is it takes too long to line it up. So when we're in general play, if I had a putt now and I got up onto the green and I come down to it and I take my ball away, I've marked it, I then get into reading my putt here and I pick my starting line. That's what this line's all focused about. Once I've read my putt, I'm now going to get this red line here on the Callaway triple track to actually point to where I intend to start the golf ball. So what a lot of golfers would do is, for this one here, I think it's 2 inches outside the right here. So I pick a point, and for me, I line it up, I come back and I have a check of it. That looks pretty good to me. What some people will do, once they've had a look at it, they might feel that the line's a little bit squint and not quite off. When they then stand over it, they don't trust it, so then they walk away and go through the whole process again. So for me, like I say, who's used it for 8 years, I'm quite good at it now because it's my normal routine. I know once I've done it, I know that my left eye is my dominant eye, so I always use my left hand and my left eye to line the golf ball up. So I'm quick at it. I come behind, and there's very rarely an occasion where I don't trust what I've put down. I put the ball in, I've got used to trusting that line, and off I go from there. But for some people, it's going to be that timely process of trying to realign the golf ball. Then secondly, is it of actually any benefit to us? If I, as a player, can't start it on my intended target line anyway because I struggle to actually get the putter looking where I think I should hit it, does it even matter where that line's pointing? And then when we get into longer putts, what's the likelihood of me holding it? If I'm trying to get it into a radius of 2 feet so I've got an easy tap in, that line doesn't really matter that much. So we're going to put that a little bit to the test today. We're going to hit 5 putts from short range with a line and without a line. We're going to hit 5 putts from a medium range, which is 10 foot. The first one's 5 foot. And then we're going to hit some long putts at 20 foot and see how many we hole. 5 with lines, 5 without lines, and see how the tally stacks up. So let's find out now. Let's go. We'll go line first with it. So 5 putts, close range. Let's see how we go. So we're going to go 5 short putts, line first, and also we're just going to monitor how long it takes for me to get through this. Obviously I've got a slight advantage when I go to the no line that I'm not lining it up, and I also know a little bit of where it's aiming. So if we put a little bit of a stop clock on now, we'll start on these putts. Let's see how many we get out of 5 with the line and take it from there. So first putt, these are all short putts. 1 from 1 with the line. We move on to the next length here. Next same length, they're all 4.5 feet these. Take my time, line it up here. Have a quick check, and for me part of the argument would be that if I'm actually confident and I get good with the not guessing as I'm over it and I hole more, that actually takes less time then because I'm having less putts. Nice. And what I can also do when I'm rolling some of these, which we'll get some close-ups as well, I can see if the ball rolls end over end with the line passing over itself. I know I've made a good stroke then. I know that I'm doing what I want to with my blade. I know that it's square, and as I'm going through it, a bit like that one. So close range, I really think it is a benefit. I am coming a little bit around to the sort of opinion of long range, it's not going to be as needed because I'm not going to hole as many, but these ones definitely, once I've got that line in, I feel confident that all I need to do is focus on my pace. I've got the line, and there we go, 5 from 5 with a line on it. We hit the stop clock there as the ball goes in. So now we're going to go through without using the triple track here. Obviously you can just draw lines on your ball as well, but let's see how that stacks up when I go to no line. Does it feel any different? And obviously, like I say, with me, I'm someone who uses the line, so I'm used to that. So it might be that I feel a little bit agitated when I'm over it because I'm not used to not seeing it. So have my read, I pick my intended start line, start the clock, let's go. No problem there, and I would expect on these sort of putts that I shouldn't really be missing. If we think of the percentage of putts there, if we just throw up what the PGA Tour players make from this sort of distance, we would see that it's quite a lot of putts that they make. Ooh, interesting that one, because I thought I was aimed dead centre then, but a little bit right edge, so we've already got a plus to the line from this distance. Okay, so now I'm starting to look at the line a little bit more and think about where I need to roll it over. Okay, good putt. Instead of just getting my putter aligned, using my alignment aids that I've got on the putter and lining it up to the hole. So last one here, pick my spot, line it up. Okay, so 4 from 5. Time wise, I've not got a stopwatch out here myself, but as we've had one on the screen there, I would imagine that they were very similar. It felt pretty much the same. I would have had that extra time to tap that other one in that I missed as well. So again, that's my argument for if using it close range, if I hole a few more, I don't have to tap them in, so it's less time. Let's go on to the longer ones now and see how we get on these medium range putts, see if the line becomes, you know, a benefit still there. Okay, so 5 putts now at this 12-foot range using the line. If we start the timer now, this is where does it actually become of any benefit whatsoever. When we start to get further away and the percentage of holing these putts becomes less, does it really matter? Oh, not bad. Okay, leave that. As I go through. And it's great, say with the greens here at Warrington at the moment, they're that pure that once I've got my line in and I just trust it, stay up. That was a little bit pace related, but as we see here, I'm actually hitting the lines I want to hit here. Just a little bit of pace, but rolling them how I want to. So for me, it's a big, I think the initial worry for a lot of people is actually taking the time over it too much, messing around, re-aiming, relining. Oh, well, so far it's not looking very good on the old line usage. Okay, so 2 more putts we've got to make. But as we see as well, the percentages made from this distance isn't that high anyway, even on the tour. And that's just cruel. That's when you see that happen, your heart melts. So 0 for 4, very close, hit good putts I would say on all of those. Okay, so final one with the line, lining up, letting it roll. That was a great putt, and do you know what? It's exactly where I aimed it. It just didn't break as much as I thought. So 0 out of 5 there with a line on it. So on those short ones there, we saw the benefit, obviously holding just one more, as where there, absolutely nothing. Hit good putts, but it took me that little bit longer now to line it up, as opposed to just getting in, aligning to where I think it should be. And just gone, missed a little bit on the low side. I would say that was a worse putt than the one with the line out, but again, I can drop it in, have a look, come in, get exactly the same miss as before, just, well, it wasn't, I caught the other side, sorry, but just a little bit low on that one. I do notice that I've missed every single one low here, which would be a tendency, so as I aim this one, I maybe try and aim a little bit higher to knock this one in, but as I go through it, there we go, we take the victory with no line. Let's go here and into this final one, lining that blade up to where I think the ball should be starting over. And not too dissimilar misses there, so already now I'm starting to question how I do a little bit of a test like this. When I've moved to that little bit further out where my percentage of holding them is lower, does it matter if I use a line or not? We're going to hit some 20 footers now and see if it changes. 5 with each, let's go. One miss. Bit of a misread, that one. Okay, so non-hold with the line, let's do 5 without. Crikey. He's only gone and hold one. He's only gone and hold one. Right, let's have a little talk about it. So, is there a benefit to actually lining it up? I think yes and no. We saw from the longer putts, it's probably not worth it. You're not trying to hold it from maybe 20, 30, 40 feet. If you get it in, it's more of a bonus. We're trying to get it close. So for time saving, probably not worth it. But when we saw that it was close by, it really gave me personally a great sort of comfort blanket that I knew that I was aimed in the right direction where I wanted to start the ball, and I could just let my stroke flow from there. I knew that using the lines in here and the line of my putter, I wasn't second guessing myself over it. So if you're someone who really struggles with lining the ball up, I think that it would be good for you maybe inside of 10 feet. It just takes a little bit of time and practice like anything else to actually get used to lining it up and matching your putter face up to it, because when you look down normally, you're probably not seeing that, so you maybe second guess it, and depending on where your eye level is, it sometimes looks a little bit different. So overall, I would say 10 foot and in, get doing it, it's going to be a benefit. When we get outside of that range, save yourself a bit of time, pick a spot that you're going to roll the ball over and go from there. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Maybe start lining it up.